Hello children, how are you all? So I expect all of you are going to be in good mood, okay, right? And the situation of corona is also going to get reduced, and we are hearing the news that schools may start within a very short time. Maybe it is not a good news for most of the children, those who are getting used to with the online classes which are going on at home. Okay, so whatever it may be, okay, I expect a kind of happy faces to see back of children into their schools. Okay, so whatever it may be, right? You know what is the longest word in English? Can you able to tell that? Which I like most, and I expect the same thing from all of you also. Okay, if you can able to tell me the longest word, okay, which teachers used to see on the faces of children, okay, always, okay, you comment me in my comment section, okay, because I am not going to reveal the longest word. Okay, if you can able to comment me in my comment section, definitely I can expect that most of the children, most of my students are watching my videos with that longest word. I hope you got the word, right? If you got the word, you just comment me in my comment section. Okay, so let us come back to the topic. Again, your Lalita ma'am is back to tell about some other topic. Okay, always studies only. Okay, whatever it may be, right? Teachers are always on to their duties only, always, and expect children to be in their duties. Okay, whatever it may be. So today we are going to learn about the concept of hydrogen spectrum, one of the topics from atomic structure. Okay, hydrogen spectrum. This is a topic for today. Hydrogen spectrum, right? So what is meant by hydrogen spectrum? How does it form? About all that we are going to learn in this video, right? So you all know that hydrogen atom consists of only one electron, isn't it or not? Only one electron is there in hydrogen atom, but still the spectrum obtained by hydrogen atom is found to contain so many number of lines are there. Okay, emission spectrum we already have learnt. Those who haven't watched my videos, previous videos, you can watch my video in which we have discussed about line spectrum and band spectrum, emission and absorption spectrum. We have learnt in that previous video. You can go back or you can check in the playlist. Okay, so hydrogen contains only one electron, but still the spectrum of hydrogen contains so many lines. Okay, so this concept was explained by Niels Bohr. Okay, why you are finding so many lines in the spectrum of hydrogen. Okay, even though it contains only one electron. Okay, so if you wanted to get emission spectrum, you all know that it has to be subjected to high electric discharge, or at least it that particular sample of that substance has to be heated. You all know that. So here we are taking hydrogen gas. Okay, hydrogen gas is being taken. When we are taking hydrogen gas, okay, we are taking a sample of hydrogen gas. Okay, we are not taking one atom of hydrogen. Please remember. Okay, to obtain the emission spectrum, okay, what is the important point which you need to note down? Okay, to obtain the emission spectrum of hydrogen, okay, to obtain the emission spectrum of hydrogen, okay, we are taking a sample of hydrogen gas. Okay, not a single hydrogen atom. Is it possible for us to take a single hydrogen atom? It's not at all possible. Okay, so to obtain the emission spectrum, okay, we take what? We take a sample of hydrogen gas. Okay, we take a sample of hydrogen gas. Okay, hydrogen gas. Okay, and it is to be subjected to heating. okay, or high electric discharge, whatever it may be, and it is subjected to what? High electric discharge or subjected to heating. Okay, it is subjected to high electric discharge or it is heated under high temperatures. Okay, then what happens whenever any substance is heated? Okay, then there is a chance for the electrons present in that particular substance which is heated, the electrons present in them goes into the excited state. This we have learnt when we were learning about what? Emission spectrum. Okay, when they goes into the excited state. Okay, when they goes into the excited state, okay, they remains to be highly unstable. Okay, and that's why they try to come back to their original state. While coming back, they lose some energy, and that energy is observed through spectrometer in the form of a line. Okay, this we have learnt when we have learnt about emission spectrum. Okay, so here a minimum amount of for hydrogen, okay, to electron to get excited to higher energy level and to go totally away from the influence of nucleus, the amount of energy required is 13.58 electron volts. Please understand the point carefully. 13.58 electron volts of energy if we can able to supply to hydrogen atom, then the electron which is under the influence of nucleus goes away from the influence of nucleus and can go even out of the hydrogen atom, resulting in the formation of what? H plus ion. Okay, this much amount of energy is needed. That means this is the energy which is nothing but what? The ionization energy of hydrogen. Okay, so this energy is called what? IE of hydrogen. IE of hydrogen is almost around what? 13.58 electron volts of energy is required for making what? To make the electron to go totally away from the influence of nucleus and totally out of the atom. The electron can even go, resulting in the formation of what? H plus ion. Okay, so that energy which is required to remove an electron totally from hydrogen atom is how much? 13.58 electron volts of energy. Okay, so here why I am saying about this? Okay, when you are heating a sample of hydrogen gas, okay, the electrons try to absorb some amount of energy, okay, and they tries to go to higher energy levels. Okay, so how that happens, that we have to understand carefully. Okay, so here please understand the point in such a way that when we are heating a sample of hydrogen gas, okay, the electron which absorbs the energy which is almost equal to 13.58 electron volts will reach to the maximum higher energy state. Suppose if an electron is absorbing less amount of energy, then it just goes to its next energy level itself. It cannot go to the maximum energy state. Okay, so like that you have to understand. Okay, so Niels Bohr was telling that when you are subjecting a sample of hydrogen gas to almost around 13.58 electron volts of energy, if you are giving, some electrons which are absorbing more energy may go to higher energy state, and some electrons which are absorbing less energy will go to the very next energy level itself. They cannot jump to higher energy levels. That means depending on the amount of energy absorbed, okay, the excitation is happening. Okay, and each excitation of electron is observed to be one line in the spectrum. Okay, each transition means what? Jumping of electron. Each transition of electron with the absorption of energy is observed as one line in the spectrum. Okay, that is what Niels Bohr was telling. Okay, so what we call another scientist named Balmer, okay, J.J. Balmer, he was agreeing to the explanation which is being given by Niels Bohr, and he found that some series of spectral lines are observed in the visible region of electromagnetic spectrum. Again, you have to recall what is the visible region. 3800 angstroms to 7600 angstroms. Visible region. We have learnt about electromagnetic spectrum. The first video you can go for. Okay, visible region. So in the visible region of what we call in the visible region of electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, in the visible region of electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, another scientist named J.J. Balmer. Okay, another scientist named J.J. Balmer. He observed some series of lines. Okay, J.J. Balmer observed some series of lines. Okay, in the visible region. Some series of lines are observed. By whom? By J.J. Balmer in the visible region of the spectrum. So, what lines are observed by him? Okay, just let us recall about the lines observed by J.J. Balmer. So, the first line which he observed is a red line with wavelength 6563 angstroms. He observed a red line, okay, with wavelength with lambda value how much? 6563 angstroms. This is the first line he observed. In the visible region, a red line with 6563. A blue line next he observed with a wavelength of 4861. A bluish green line. Okay, a bluish green line with a wavelength of 4861 angstroms. He observed one more line. Who observed all these things? J.J. Balmer. In which region? In visible region of electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, and he also observed a blue line with a wavelength of 4340 angstroms. A blue line. Okay, a blue line with a wavelength of 4340 angstroms. He observed one more line, and he also observed a violet line with 4102 angstroms. A violet line, okay, with wavelength 4102 angstroms. Okay, like this, in the visible region of electromagnetic spectrum, J.J. Balmer observed this series of lines. Okay, so like this, what I was about to tell you is, based on the excitation of electrons, based on the energy absorbed by the electron, some series of spectral lines are observed in the hydrogen spectrum. Okay, so what are the different series of spectral lines observed in the hydrogen spectrum that we are going to learn now. Okay, so first of all, you note down this point, because this is the only electromagnetic radiation. Visible region is the only electromagnetic radiation which can be seen with our naked eyes. Isn't it or not? That's why first I told you about this. Okay, there are some series of spectral lines which are observed even in the other regions of electromagnetic spectrum, like in ultraviolet region, which we cannot able to see with our eyes. In UV region, you can find some series of spectral lines. Okay, in the visible region, as told by Balmer. Okay, in the infrared, in the what we call near infrared, far infrared regions, we can find some series of spectral lines. Okay, so what are the series of spectral lines which can be observed, and why this series of spectral lines are observed? That we are going to learn now. Okay, so we are going to learn about what? 5 types of series of spectral lines. Not 4, 5 types of series of spectral lines are observed. So what are those? Okay, we observe all the 5 types of as a whole we observe what? 5 types of series of spectral lines we can observe. Okay, so what are those 5 types of series of spectral lines that we are going to learn now? Okay, so here let us keep the side heading: series of spectral lines observed in the hydrogen spectrum. Series of spectral lines observed in hydrogen spectrum. Okay, so what are the series of spectral lines observed in hydrogen spectrum that we have to learn now? Okay, so let us consider this diagram. Okay, these are energy levels which I am drawing. N is equals to 1 to be the ground state. Okay, N is equals to 2. Okay, N is equal to 3. Okay, N is equal to 4. Like this, you imagine these to be the energy levels present inside an atom. Okay, N is equals to 5. N is equals to 6. N is equals to 7. You can draw even 8 also. Okay, N is equal to 8. Let us imagine that these are the different energy levels which are observed in a atom. Okay, suppose if an electron has been taken, absorbed lot much energy and has gone to 5th energy level, suppose. Okay, if it has jumped to 5th energy level, N is equal to 5 is the excited state of electron. Let us suppose N is equal to 5 is the excited state of electron. Suppose by absorbing lot much energy, it has jumped to 5th energy level. Okay, then in that excited state, it is highly unstable. So there is a chance for that electron to come back. Okay, it can come back to the very next energy level, N is equal to 4. Or it can come back to N is equal to 3, it can come back. That means from 5th state to 4th, it can come back. Or from 5th to 3rd, it can come back. Or from 5th to 2nd. Please understand carefully, 5 to 4. Or it can even jump from 5 to 3rd energy level. Or it can jump from 5 to 2nd. Or it can jump from 5 to 1st. Okay. Please understand the points carefully. Okay. So, each kind of transition is observed as one line in the spectrum. Okay. Each transition, chance is there for that excited electron to come back to its original state, to any of the ground states, to any of the lower energy states, it can come back. Okay, so accordingly there is a chance for expecting lot many number of spectral lines. Okay, spectral lines can be formed in this context, right? So that is why if you observe a series of spectral lines, okay, so if you are finding 5 series of spectral lines, by grouping all of the lines observed in the spectrum, we find mainly 5 series of spectral lines are being observed. Okay, suppose if electron jumps from any of the higher energy level to first orbit, okay, from any of the higher energy level to first orbit, okay, any of the higher energy level to what? First orbit, like from 8th to 1st, 7th to 1st, or 6th to 1st, or 5th to 1st, or 4th to 1st, 3rd to 1st, 2nd to 1st. Okay, from any of the higher energy level to first orbit, if electron jumps, then that series of lines are named as what? Lyman series. Okay, if electron jumps from any of the higher energy level to N is equal to 1. Okay, so for Lyman series, N is equal to 1. I mean, N1 is equal to 1, means which is first orbit. N2 is what? Any of the higher energy level. N2 can be, it can be either 2 or 3 or 4 up to 8. Anything you can write. 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Higher energy level can be anything. But N1 value is what? 1 only. Then such a series of spectral lines are named as what? Lyman series. Okay. Same like that, if electron jumps from any of the higher energy level only up to second orbit, if it is jumped. From any of the higher energy level to second. Okay, 8th to second. Same like that, 7th to second. 6th to second. 5th to second. 4th to second. 3rd to second. Okay, from any of the higher energy levels to second orbit, up to second only they came. Okay, then all such a series of spectral lines are termed as what? Balmer series. These are termed as Balmer series. Okay, these are termed as what? Balmer series. And here what? N1 value is 2 only. Lowest energy level is 2. Higher energy level can be 3, 4, 5, any higher energy level. But up to second orbit only, if they come and stop, okay, all such series of spectral lines are termed as what? Balmer series. Okay, n is equals to 1 and n2 can be 3, 4, 5 and so on. Okay, same like that. If electron jumps from any of the higher energy level up to third orbit, okay, that means from 8th to 3rd, okay, or from 7th to 3rd, 6th to 3rd, 4th to 5th to 3rd, 4th to 3rd, from any of the higher energy levels to third orbit, if electron jumps, okay, then such a series of spectral lines are termed as what? Paschen series. Okay, Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Paschen, Paschen series. Here N1 is 3, lowest energy level up to which the electron came back is third orbit. Higher energy level can be anything. N2 can be 4th or 5th or from 6th or from 8th it came back to 3rd. Anything from higher energy to third orbit if it jumps. Okay, then such a series of spectral lines are termed as what? Paschen series. Okay, same like that. If you go for 4th orbit, okay, you have 2 more series are there. Okay, if I extend these lines, okay, right, from any of the higher energy orbit to 4th, okay, from any of the higher energy orbits to 4th if electron jumps back, okay, then such a series of lines are called as bracket series. Bracket, here n1 is 4, n2 can be 5, 6, 7 and so on, okay, like that. And last, from any of the higher energy orbit to 5th orbit if they jump, from 8th to 5th, from 7th to 5th, 6th to 5th, like that, you call it as fund series. Fund series, here P fund we will write, but P is silent. Okay, so here n1 is 5 and n2 can be 6, 7, 8 and so on, any of the higher energy level to 5th orbit if electron jumps back, then such a series of spectral lines are termed as what? Fund series. Okay, so you have 5 series of spectral lines: Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket, fund. Okay, Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket, fund. So even though hydrogen atom is having only one electron, it is exhibiting so many number of spectral lines are being exhibited in the photographic spectrum of hydrogen. Okay, so that is because of this transitions only, electron transitions. Okay, so that's why that all series of spectral lines are termed with different names: Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket, fund. Okay, now these series of spectral lines all are not visible to our naked eyes. Okay, only Balmer series is visible to our naked eyes. Okay, because this series of spectral lines, only the Balmer series is observed to be found to be under the visible region. Okay, that's why you can able to see only Balmer series. Okay, please understand the points carefully. I'll just rub this and I will write in which region each series of lines are observed, in which region, that I am going to write now. Okay, so in which region, in which electromagnetic radiation region you are finding each series of spectral line, that we have to learn now. Okay, so if you go for Lyman series, okay, for Lyman series, what I said, n1 value is 1 only, means lowest energy state is first orbit. n2 can be, n2 means higher energy orbit, n2 can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Okay, and this Lyman series is observed to be in ultraviolet region. Okay, ultraviolet region of what? Electromagnetic spectrum. In the ultraviolet region, this series of spectral lines which falls under Lyman series are observed under electromagnetic radiation, UV rays. Okay, so this is first thing. Second one is what? Balmer series. Balmer series. Okay, if electron jumps from any of the higher energy orbit to second orbit, Okay, so N1 is 2 and N2 can be 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. From third to second, fourth to second, fifth to second. From any of the higher orbits to second orbit if electron jumps, such series of lines are termed under Balmer series. Okay, and this is observed in the series of lines in Balmer series are observed in visible region. As just now I told you, Balmer is the name of the scientist who observed certain wavelengths of lines which I just told you previously. Okay, 4 lines are observed in the visible region of the spectrum. Observed by whom? Balmer. Okay, so visible region. And next, third one is what? Passion. Lyman Balmer Passion series. Okay, so in Passion series, N1 is 3 and N2 can be 4, 5, 6 and so on. And it is observed in which electromagnetic region? Near infrared region. Okay, near infrared. Okay, observed in near infrared. Okay, and next, fourth one is what? Fourth one is bracket series. Okay, so for bracket series, N1 is 4 and N2 can be 5, 6 and so on. Okay, and it is observed in infrared region, IR region. This series of spectral lines are observed in infrared region. And finally, Fund series. Fund series. So this series of spectral lines are observed where N1 is what? Fifth orbit. From any of the higher energy level to fifth orbit if electron jumps, then such series of lines, spectral lines observed to be in Fund series. So N1 is 5 and N2 can be 6, 7, 8 and so on. Okay, and this Fund series is observed in what? Far infrared region of electromagnetic radiation. Far infrared. Okay, now observed in what? Far infrared region of electromagnetic radiations. Okay, so these are the different series of spectral lines that are observed in hydrogen spectrum. Okay, so that is why even though hydrogen is having only one electron, because of electron transitions, okay, so many series of spectral lines are observed in different electromagnetic regions of hydrogen spectrum. Okay, so we have to learn also about this spectral lines. There is a small formula as well as some kind of questionings how you will be getting in your competitive exams. Questionings how they will ask, that also we will learn now. Okay, I think you might have noted this. Yes, right. Okay, so next what we are going to learn is very important point. One small formula or some important points we will be learning about this hydrogen spectrum. Okay, what are the important points which we are going to learn? Okay, for any series, please remember note points. Okay, note points. Okay, for any series, whatever the series it may be, Lyman, Balmer, Passion, Bracket, Fund, whatever the series of spectral lines, for any series, if N2 minus N1 value, okay, they'll be asking about this N2 minus N1 value. If this N2 minus N1 value is equal to 1, okay, if this difference means N2 minus N1 means what? N2 is higher energy level, N1 is ground state or its ground state, lower energy level. Okay, if the difference between N2 minus N1, if that value is equal to 1, then that line is called as what? H alpha line. That spectral line is called as what? H alpha line. Okay, if this difference is found to be, if N2 minus N1 is equal to 2, you call it as H beta line. Okay, if N2 minus N1 is equal to 3, you call it as H gamma line. Okay, and if the difference between N2 and N1 is equal to 4, then you call it as H delta line. Okay, So whatever the series it may be Lyman, in Lyman series, if the difference is 1, then that line is called what? H alpha line. Alpha line, hydrogen spectrum. H stands for hydrogen and it is alpha line. H alpha line. If the difference is a difference of N2 and N1 is 1, H alpha. N2 minus N1 if it is 2, H beta. N2 minus N1 if it is 3, H gamma. N2 minus N1 if it is 4, H delta line. Okay, sometimes while doing numericals, you will be mentioned with these words. So you have to remember. Okay, if the difference, if it is equal to be like this, they are so and so termed like that. Okay, this is very important note point you have to remember. Okay, and next, one more important note point you have to remember, that is about limiting wavelength. Okay, next, second note point, limiting wavelength. Okay, so what is meant by limiting wavelength? This is also one of the important topics, important definition which you have to learn. If N2 value is equal to infinity, okay, if N2 value means what? Any of the higher energy level. Okay, if that N2 value, if it is equal to infinity, means we cannot predict to which higher energy state the electron has gone to, or to which higher energy level the electron has been excited. Suppose if we cannot imagine, and if N2 value is equal to infinity, okay, N1 can be ground state, we can see that, I mean we can predict N1 value, but depending on the amount of energy absorbed by the electron, it can go even to the most higher energy level, or it can go even out of the influence of nucleus also. Okay, if the energy absorbed is more than 13.58, what happens? The electron goes out from the atom, resulting in the formation of H plus ion. Okay, now please understand points carefully. So if N2 is infinity, okay, then the wavelength of that line, okay, the wavelength obtained in that series, okay, if N2 is equal to what? Infinity, the wavelength obtained in that series is called as what? Limiting wavelength. Obtained in that series is called as what? Limiting wavelength. Okay, so sometimes questions will be given on the point of limiting wavelength also. Okay, on the point of limiting wavelength, you will be given little 1 or 2 numericals you will be getting. So in wherever you are asked to find the limiting wavelength, you have to remember that N2 value you have to take it as what? Infinity. Okay, so this is one very important note point you have to remember. Okay, please note down this point. Okay, and next, finally we will be learning about the number of spectral lines. Okay, next important note point is, okay, formula to find what? The number of spectral lines. Formula to find the number of spectral lines formed. The number of spectral lines, okay, during any electron transition, how many spectral lines are formed? Okay, formula to find the number of spectral lines. Okay, it is given by, the number of spectral lines is given by the formula what? N2 minus N1 into N2 minus N1 plus 1 by 2. N2 minus N1 into N2 minus N1 plus 1 by 2 whole divided by 2. This formula will gives you the number of spectral lines that are possible in any electron transition. Okay, suppose here N2 is the higher energy level to which it has excited, and N1 is the lower energy level to which it has came back. Okay, please understand carefully. These two may not be side by side orbits. N2 is higher, N1 is lower, that's it. Okay, like for example, you can take, suppose question may be asked like this. Okay, question may be asked like this. If electron jumps from 5th orbit to its ground state, find the number of spectral lines. 5th orbit to its ground state. Okay, now from fifth orbit to ground state. Then find the number of spectral lines. Find the number of spectral lines. Question may be asked like this. Okay. So how many spectral lines will be formed if electron jumps from fifth orbit to its ground state? Okay. So then you have to use this formula n2 minus n1 by n2 minus n1 into n2 minus n1 plus 1 whole divided by 2. Okay. So this is the formula. Right. We will apply this formula and we will check how many spectral lines will come if electron jumps from fifth orbit to its ground state. Okay. So fifth orbit n2 value is given 5 and n1 is ground state means first orbit. n1 is 1. Then apply this formula. Okay, n2 minus n1 means 5 minus 1 into 5 minus 1 plus 1. 5 minus 1 plus 1. 5 minus 1 plus 1. Okay, n2 minus n1 plus 1 whole divided by 2. Here 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 minus 1 is 4 again plus 1 means 5 only. Okay, or minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled and it will be left with 5. Okay, so here directly I will be writing 4 into 5 by 2. Okay, so 2 1s are 2 2s are. So here 5 2s are 10. So how many spectral lines you will get if electron jumps from fifth orbit to ground state? You will get 10 spectral lines. Using this formula you can find the number of spectral lines. Okay, from any of the higher energy level to lower energy level if electron jumps. Okay, the number of spectral lines obtained are given by this formula. So using this formula you can find the number of spectral lines also. Okay, so this is all about what? Hydrogen spectrum. Okay, I hope you understood what is hydrogen spectrum, and in the next video we will be learning about Rydberg's equation. Okay, if you want such kind of knowledgeable and more informative videos, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Okay, I request all of you to kindly watch my videos, give your likes, your comments and your valuable suggestions to new persons like me. Okay, some children are keeping some messages, but I expect most of your involvement. Okay, so and don't forget to give answer to the question which I asked in the beginning of the video. Okay, what is the most longest word in English? Okay, which almost all the teachers expect from the faces of children. That is the word. Okay, you please comment me in my comments section. Okay, thanks for watching all of you. Bye.